Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, April 3rd, and we are here talking to you about what's going on in your life and how that might impact your money. If you have a question, maybe you're changing jobs, maybe you're thinking about retirement, maybe those kids have to go to private school, not public school, whatever is going on, we can help you out. But we have to hear from you. You've got to go to jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, write us that note. And of course, if you'd like to join us live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to our sister broadcast called The Money Watch Show? It's on Saturdays and Sundays. We want to build up that audience. Come on, we got things to do. We've got people to see, things to do. And the Money Watch Show is really about trying to focus on maybe one particular issue on each of those shows on Saturday and Sunday. So of course we like to answer questions, but we want to drill down into topics as well. We want that to be almost like your library of the most important things in your financial life, all over at the Money Watch Show. Okay. Today, here on Jill on Money, we are joined by Tony, who is on the line with us from California. Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jill. Thanks. How are you?
Doing fantastic. What's up? What's going on?
Well, I'm a federal employee with a big decision to make by tomorrow, offer for early retirement.
Oh, my gosh. Ay. Okay, let's get this done so we can give them the notice. So, Tony, how old are you?
I'm 56.
Okay. The offer is that you have to give by tomorrow. Would it be early retirement and fully vested? Like what are the terms of the early retirement?
Yeah. So under normal retirement, I don't make it until I'm 60. So I would have to work for almost 4 more years to get what I had planned on doing, retiring at 60 and getting the full retirement at that point. But with this early out offer, I can get all of my benefits right now. It's just that my pension will be a little bit smaller because I've had 3.5 less years of service time and a little less income, because with inflation, my income would go up a little bit over that time.
What would the pension benefit be today?
My best calculation, because I don't have anything official from the agency, is $23,000 and a little bit more than $23,000 a year.
Okay, $23,000.
And that's the take home to me before any taxes. It's a little higher, but 10% they take out for survivor benefits for my wife.
Okay, how old's your wife?
She's 57.
Is she working full time also?
She is.
How much does she earn?
She earns between $105,000 and $110,000.
If you were to keep working for those 4 more years, do you have an idea of what the benefit would have been? Like what we're looking at? I mean, I know there's risk for staying. Yeah. So, but let me just give me the numbers first.
I did a little bit of inflation estimates, and it would be, the take home to me would be just under $30,000. So it's between $6,500 and $7,000 difference per year.
Okay. And your wife is going to continue working, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And if you take this offer, would you turn around and go get another job?
Probably, yeah. I would probably take the summer off because I haven't had a summer off in decades.
Oh, man.
And I have a
sounds dreamy
child that is a junior in high school, so I would enjoy that last bit of time when they're in the house. And then in the fall, I would look for basically a part-time job.
So let's talk about how much money you have saved so far. So we know about the pension. So you take the money today, it's 23 grand. You wait till 60, if you make it till 60, because you could get blown out, obviously, right? And that would be 30 grand. Okay. So what have you guys saved?
Yeah. One more thing I'd add, though, I get what's called the special retirement supplement because I would have retired before I'm 62, which is the first age you collect Social Security.
Yep.
And that's another just over $15,000 a year that I would get.
So that's so interesting. So you would get that. If you waited till 60, you'd only get it for 2 years. But now taking it, you'd get that 15 grand a year until 62.
Yep. Starting next year, there's an income limitation that's around 24,000, and I would have already made that by the time I separate at the end of May. So I don't think I'd get any of that this year, but then I'd get it starting next year at 57 in the year of 57. So.
Okay. But it's not income tested for your overall income. It's just your income tested for the federal pension, right?
If I went and got another job and I made more than 24,000, then that would erode away at that supplement. And if it got to about 60,000, then I wouldn't get any supplement. So
any job, not just a government job.
Right. Yeah.
Boy, so they don't want you, that's weird. For a government who says they want everyone to work, they really don't want to incent you to work. It's freaking weird.
So I'd probably get a part-time job up to about $25,000 a year. And unless I got a great offer and then I would take the extra money and just give
I understand that. I understand that. Now let's go into savings.
Okay.
What do you got?
So I've done, I think, a pretty good job. I've saved up just under 1.5 million.
Ooh, is that all in retirement accounts?
Just about. Yeah, it's 1.33 is in my traditional 401k. Just over 150,000 is in a Roth IRA, and then there's just between $10,000 and $11,000 in cash.
Okay. What about money for this junior in high school who's going to need your help learning how to tap kegs and anything else that you can help?
We've saved about $61,000 so far. And it's not everything that we'll need, presuming, of course. But we do get some assistance from our state. The child, unfortunately, has a minor non-threatening kind of health issue, but because of that, the state's going to give some tuition assistance.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to help.
Okay. As long as you go to school in California.
No.
Oh, anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just one kid?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your home? How much would you guess that it's worth?
I guess it's worth around $550,000.
And you have an outstanding mortgage on it?
I do. It's just about $45,000 left, and it's
it?
Yeah, it's due to pay off. We've had it for over 20 years. It's due to pay off in the spring of 2029.
Let me ask you about the spending that you're doing right now, just including the home, because I know it'll get paid off, in 4 years. But what do you reckon you spend on a monthly basis?
Yeah, well, let me go to the yearly. So my take home pay is about $55,000.
Okay.
And so then, my healthcare benefit is taken out of my gross. So if in retirement, I have to pay that on top of that, and that's another $8,000. So it's about $63,000 there. And then, with taxes on that, it'd probably be like I'd need to bring in $80,000 to get the 63 net.
Okay.
Just my side of the coin.
But what do you mean? How are we doing your side without your wife?
Well, so my wife takes care of a bunch of other expenses. So we have an additional house that
you left that out. Where's the other house?
You didn't ask yet.
Oh, geez. All right. So second home.
Yeah. So she purchased that before we got hitched, and we've kept it, and she's almost done paying that.
Is that rental property?
No, it was for like 15, 20 years. And then it got to the point that we wanted to use it. So we stopped having renters. It was right around COVID time. And now we don't have any rent coming in, but she's almost done paying it off. The mortgage is really low. It's only like $600 a month.
How much is it worth?
I think that one's worth around $400, maybe $450.
But you're keeping it. We're not selling this.
Yeah, we're going to sell the house we're in now and then move up there. So this primary residence would get sold. We probably net about $500,000 in profit, and then we get to keep all that because it's our primary residence as married filing jointly.
Of course. So this is great. Okay. So can you just do your whole spending together? Like what you think you spend either monthly or annually? Like what do you think the number is? I'm just looking at your own, like your long-term retirement together.
Yeah, so I don't have that exactly calculated out.
That's okay. You don't have to. I'll give you like a guess.
Yeah, I'd say it's together. It's about $10,000 a month.
Dude, I wrote down 10K.
The assets that you told us before, the $1 million plus, and then the Roth, is that just on your savings, or is that both of you?
No, that's just on mine.
Oh my God, where's your wife?
So she has she has 1.15 million. And that is 700 in a brokerage, 360 in a traditional 401k, 33 in a Roth.
Okay,
and 50,
can I just be clear?
In cash.
I'm so done with this.
Cash.
This is so awesome. This is amazing. You guys are in great shape. All right, so here's the thing.
The whole hers and mine.
I know that's
throwing me off.
It's crazy. Me too.
Sorry about that. This is how
okay. You run your life
30,
this way.
We were 35 when we got married. We already had individual things going on. We just kind of kept things separate, but we're totally together.
Okay, and you like her, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I have to ask you, Tony. You ready to call it quits?
I would have liked to stay longer.
Yes.
I'm not burnt out. I do have a pretty challenging job, but I'm not burnt out. I would have liked to have stayed longer. It just kind of, increased the savings cushion and contributed more to my work, which I love.
Yep.
But this seems like a like a bird in the hand offer that I should seriously consider, because I'm worried about the federal retirement package changing.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
In the next year.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like the risk return here. Okay. The risk reward, and under different conditions, if there was not an administration that was, hell bent on slashing. And so there's two risks. One is you lose your job. And the second is that the pension changes, right? The actual pension changes.
Yep.
It's unlikely that they change the pension, but it is certainly possible. So I am inclined, just given everything you've laid out for us, you've got plenty of money. You will have that additional $500,000 when you sell your primary, moving into that second home. You will have tons of ability to go out and, float your $10,000 or even if it's $12,000 a month lifestyle, because you'll have your pension, you'll have the special supplement, you'll have your wife working, you'll have part-time income, and eventually you'll both have Social Security. So if it's me, when CBS comes knocking on my door and says, you want out? And I'm you, I'd say, I'm done. And then it's less of a financial issue for you because you have so much money saved. There are some people who really had concerns about going early, but you're so close to the end anyway, you can't outlast this administration on your timetable, right? You were going to do 60 anyway.
Right.
So, Mark, do you agree or disagree?
Oh, 100%. And we're only talking about a difference of $6,000 or $7,000 a year. Not going to make or break your financial life.
Not at all. So I think for you, Tony, and your wife and your great junior in high school, I take the money. I say, thank you very much. I make sure I have everything in writing as much as I possibly can. And go get yourself your job for next year. And it's a weird thing. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough that many of the people we've spoken to who are federal employees are not people who wanted to retire early. For all this talk about, federal workers, they don't do this, they don't do that. They're like hardworking people who have a mission and a value system that has rewarded all of us as citizens. So I am sorry this is happening to you, but I am happy that you can make this choice to basically go on and, start writing your next chapter. How does that sound?
It sounds great. That was my initial conclusion in looking at my numbers, and I was hoping that you two would confirm.
We do, and I guess the only other thing is, just make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. You're going to have time now to do all that estate planning and make sure you got all that done and get your kid into the right college and enjoy whatever comes next. I'm really sorry that it's happening to you, but I'm glad you can make this decision.
Yeah, great. There's one more thing, and that is it comes with a $25,000 severance bonus.
Thank you.
So that'll just help me get through this year before I have to start, pulling out of the 401k.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So I think the numbers add up, and it's not ideal, but I think I can make it work relatively easily without a lot of financial risk, and I think I'm going to go for it.
All right, go for it. We're rooting you on, and as soon as you give the notice, you can screenshot it and send it to us. We will not post it, but we thank you so much for sharing the story, and we wish you the very best. Hey, gang, if you've got a big decision to make, Mark does react to the deadline thing. This was a little bit close, Mark. You could have given him a couple of days, but so be it. If you've got a deadline, if you've got to make a big decision, if you're wrestling with a decision, give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and of course, if you'd be willing to come on the air, check the box. Mark will do everything else. Hey, check out all the content that lives at the JillOnMoney.com website. We have another podcast. We've got a blog. We've got a radio show, video, book, resources, and the free weekly newsletter, which comes out every single Friday. So if you sign up for that right now, you'll get it tomorrow, which is exciting. Exciting. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.